In less than a half an hour, fall's going to arrive.
Ooh, it is time now for picking the apples and pumpkins and corn mazes.
As Melissa Cole shows us, you're going to find all things at Bishop's Orchards in Guilford.
Take a look.
It's officially fall, and I'm excited to embrace the change of season at Bishop's Orchards. First up, this awesome corn maze.
It's a cool shape this year.
It is. It's a steam train. So very cool. We partnered with the Essex Steam Train and Riverboat.
Now, how tricky is this? Because I've been stuck in mazes before.
Yep. It's this year, I'd say it's more probably our most complicated year.
Okay.
It is. I was in here most of the weekend. I was in here for 4 hours on Saturday, just without coming out. And I had people walking by me 3-4 times and like, we already saw you. We're definitely going the wrong way. You know, husbands and wives arguing who was right with the directions, what left turn they took, what right turn.
Sarah Delaventura says the best thing to do is snap a photo of the maze on your phone before you head in, so you have a map to guide you. When you make it to this bridge, you've gotten through the hardest part. And then stop and take a minute to enjoy the view.
So right here, what we have is we have nectarines, we have pears and peaches, and then a ton of apples.
Speaking of apples, well, that's the big season right now.
At the peak of it, we'll have about 15 varieties of apples that we'll pick at one time.
Wow, all right. We're going to pick some today, right?
We are going to pick some.
All right.
Yep.
We figure out how to get out of the corn maze and into the apple orchard. Did you pick some apples?
Yeah.
Yeah? Are they good?
Good.
Do you love eating apples?
Yeah.
We're actually just visiting family, and we knew it was going to be a perfect day. We thought we might as well grab some apples on the way out.
Do you have a favorite kind of apples that you get?
His favorite's McIntosh, so that's what we were aiming for today.
Okay. McIntosh are one of the fan favorites, but don't try to bake with it.
If you were to go and bake with a McIntosh, no. Unless you have no teeth, then
don't bake with
we don't bake with it. If you have no, that's our running joke. If you have no teeth and you just want it to turn to mush for a mushy apple pie,
maybe applesauce?
Applesauce, much better.
Okay.
Yep.
So Cortland's, this one's good for snacking and baking?
Baking would be the #1 thing I would recommend Cortland's for.
Okay, so a pie, baked apples.
Baked apples, apple dumplings, anything like that. Cortland's just a great all-over baking apple.
Okay, just give it a little tug.
Like 3 turns, and that helps to break the stem.
Like this one's still a little green, but that's okay?
That's okay. The green is not an indicator necessarily that the apple is ripe.
Okay.
It's an apple, it's funny enough, it's just like a human skin. So the green is actually where an apple, these have worked together and the sun wasn't able to get to.
Oh.
So the red is almost like a sunburn. So fun fact of the day.
Learned something about apples that I never knew before.
And don't focus on the size. Big ones, little ones, they all taste delicious.
Those are the ones that we like to use for kids' lunches.
I was just going to say, this is a perfect lunchbox size apple.
Yep.
Terry from Branford is loading up on all the varieties.
Now I will bake with some, make a couple of pies, put them in the freezer.
Okay.
But mostly, I let them sit in the bag down in my basement until they're so ripe you can smell them.
Yeah.
And then I make my applesauce with a variety of apples.
Yum.
And everybody loves it.
Maybe someday you can come on Better Connecticut and tell us your secret recipe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no sugar, no cinnamon, nothing.
Just apples.
Just apples, but they have to be at the peak of ripeness.
All right. Now, talk to me about those apple cider donuts I see over there.
Yes, so we make those fresh. We bake them, make them, bake them fresh.
Can you tell me what you're eating?
Yeah.
What is it?
Donut.
Is it yummy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're still craving berries, they actually grow a fall raspberry here.
Ours start in the middle of August and go through the beginning of October.
Wow, and there's tons of them.
We do. We have quite a few acres of raspberries. Not so much a pinkish red, but more of like a maroon colored red.
Okay.
If it's a really dark, it's usually overripe. You want to eat it right away.
If you get a little too crazy picking, you can always freeze them and eat them at a later date.
Bishop's Orchards is open for picking 7 days of the week, depending on the weather.
I had no idea the red was like a sunburn.
I know, a little sunburn, right?
That's so cool to know that. All right, they also have a pick line that you can call to see what's in season.
That's really cool.
You can check all of this out online. The website is bishopsorchards.com.